like I said, I have very little experience. So, one could see why, or think why I would tend to dive in or delve into that one more, right? Never had a girlfriend before. Don't really have any female friends like that, if I'm being honest. And yeah, I'm still a virgin at 20 years old, So one could see why I would, delve in and go into that one a little bit more and a little bit deeper, right? So, with that point being said, with that point being talked about, excuse me, and touched up on, right? You may be asking, with all that being said, how do I go about, getting to the place that I want to get to, right? How do I go about making more money? How do I go about, having an abundant social life? Forming relationships with people, whether that be male or female, and having some type of romantic partner or, romantic relationships, if that's what you choose to do, if that's what you choose to delve into, right? How do I go about getting there, and which would I choose, and what would I do in this situation, right? Now, like I said, depending on whichever one you choose is how you can draw up the game plan for yourself, right? Say, you need to make more money, right? You in a less financially stable situation, and you may not be in the best financial situation just in general, right? So, you want to focus more on the money aspect, and you need to focus more on the money aspect, right? You know what I mean? You can figure out some type of high income skills to get into. You could find a better job that pays more. Now, I know that's not that easy in today's economy, in today's society, but it's just a bullet point that I wanted to list down, and something I just wanted to get out in general, just to have a option, just to have some type of solution to getting some more money and having some more money in your pocket, right? But finding a better job that pays more, you could cut back on things that you don't need, that junk food that you eating, get it up out of there. Them brand new J's. Hey, even myself, man, I'm a sneakerhead. I'm not too crazy when it comes to buying all the sneakers, but I am actively trying to build up a collection. Your boy is trying to build up a collection, right? So even myself, I gotta watch my spending, watch what I'm getting and how much I'm spending, right? You know what I mean? You may be a sneakerhead, you may be real into fashion, you may be into jewelry. You may have to slow down, you may have to observe, and you may have to really sit back and go within and look at how much you spend, and look at your spendings and the things that you are spending your money on, and be like, you know what, man, I don't need them Jordans right now, bro. You know what, man, I don't need that brand new Balenciaga homeless straight up meat grinder RoboCop shoes. You know what I mean? I don't need those Balenciagas right now. I don't need that brand new Louis Vuitton belt. I don't need them brand new Prada shoes. You know what I mean? Take a step back, do some self-work, do some self-realization, and see the things that you could cut back on, to have a little bit more money in your pocket, right? Cut back on those things. Find some type of side hustle, whether that be selling those things, you know what I mean? Selling all those, designer sneakers, designer clothes, all those Jordans and stuff like that, right? To have a little bit more money in your pocket. Like I said, cut grass. You could start some type of clothing business. You know what I mean? You could start, like I said, selling your clothes, selling your sneakers. You could start selling food, start selling candy, whatever type of side hustle you can think, whatever type of job you could think to just make a couple extra dollars on the side, to go with the income that you already making from your job or whatever it may be, just to have that to help bring in and pocket in a little bit more money, right? You could go to college and get a degree, that can actually get you a good job, a job that's good, that you can actually, get and benefit from, a job that you can get into, not like right after you graduate, because obviously that probably won't be super realistic, right? But something that that's foolproof, that you can get into within maybe a year or two, and that there's positions opening for that, and that job is opening up and expanding and growing in the next couple of years. You know what I mean? Something that's gonna be susceptible to stay there and to stay grounded, and for you to for sure have an opportunity to get into and be able to make good money in, right? Obviously you wouldn't go to school for no dang art degree, right? And I'm not trying to hate on anybody that goes to school for art or that went to school for art, but obviously those type of degrees aren't going to get you a high paying job. That type of degree isn't going to get you into a job, especially now with the the rise of AI and how it can pretty much replicate anything, right? So obviously you want to just get into something that that's foolproof, and that's gonna benefit you in the long run, right? Or you can get into some type of militaristic branch, whether that be the army, the navy, the military, all the branches, that you could think of and do that. Or like I said, you could start up some type of business. Those are just some things that I thought of, off the dome real quick, and just decided to list down in some type of solutions, like I said, into figuring out ways to make a little bit more money and to pocket in a little bit more money, right? So that's the aspect of, if you want to delve in, or if you need to make more money, and that's the part that you need to focus on more for right now, right? And so say that aspect is good, your finance is good, your car paid off, your house paid off, your phone paid off, you good, you low-key balling for real. I'm trying to get like you, bruh, I'm trying to get like you for real, right? Say your finances is good, right? And let's say, right, you don't need to worry about that. That's not a part you need to look into. That's not a part you need to delve into. And you more so want to focus on the woman aspect, the romantic aspect, and the social aspect, right? So say you want to talk, say you want to meet females and just males in general, right? You could find a third place. I'll leave the definition of that somewhere either around here or around here, just to give a little bit more clarification on that, right? But you could find a third place, right? Talk to the people around you on a daily basis, right? Whether that's you going to the same gym every day, you going to school every day, going to work every day. You know what I mean? Talk to those people that you meet and see on a daily basis, or just when you go out in general, to the grocery store, to the park, you know what I mean? Anywhere that you could think of where you could socialize and meet people, right? You could try to meet people mutually through other people, right? Say you already have some friends, say you already know some people that have friends, and you know of their friends, right? You could try to make friends with them, you know what I mean? Try to form relationships with them. And that way, now you got a whole social circle based off of that one friend that you knew. And you decided to form relationships, through the people that mutually from that one friend. Now y'all got a whole social group. Now y'all got a whole social circle going on just from that one person that and reaching out, getting to know the mutual people better and forming relationships with them, right? So forming relationships mutually through other people, right? Also, you can go to events, right? Whether that be, the amusement park, a sneaker convention, a football game, a basketball game, stuff like that, right? You can meet people online, you know what I mean? Whether that be through Reddit, Discord, and that you could think of where, you can meet and talk to people and socialize with people, through the internet, right? You can join a group, you know what I mean? It could be a manga club, it could be a sneaker club, it could be an art club, any type of club that you could think of, any type of group that you could think of that, that you have some type of interest in, right? Or you can join a class, you know what I mean? That also goes with those things too, right? Go up and talk to people first, you know what I mean? Regardless of whatever situation it may be, regardless of whatever, area, whatever location that you may be in, right? Like I said, you may be at the park, at the mall, at school, at work, wherever you may be. Just try to go up and spark a conversation with somebody random or somebody that you already know on some type of level, right? But yeah, those are, some examples that I have for those two aspects right there, right? Like I said, whether you're focused more on the money making aspect and you need to focus more on the finances and delving into that, or you want to focus more on the romantic side and forming relationships with male and females, whether that be platonically, or romantic wise, right? So, with that being said, not to drag this video on too long, because I am kind of rambling and kind of yapping up on here, but to sum it up, right, there are many ways you could go about meeting girls and dudes. I just feel like you just have to put yourself out there, put yourself out there and be willing to put in the work to, meet those new people and talk to those new people and putting yourself out there to, figuring out ways to make more money and do things that you may not be comfortable with to get money. Not nothing illegal now, alright? I don't want to see no scammers. I don't want to see no scammers popping up, from this video. No scamming, no Franklin Saint, no none of that type junk. We on a legal path, alright? Don't be doing nothing dumb, bro. Don't be doing nothing stupid, right? But like I said, it's many ways to go about it, and either aspect, either choice that you choose to delve into first, you just got to be willing to put the first foot in, put the first foot out, and just be willing to do the work and to put the energy in, right? Now, wrapping this up, bringing it to the close, right? If I had to choose, what I think and what my answer would be, how I feel like you should go about navigating the two, right? I would try to do both at the same time, right? I know that may seem challenging. I know that may seem daunting. I know that may seem scary, but I feel like it can be done. Like I said, if you just willing to put your foot out there, if you willing to put yourself out there in general and just do the work, overall, right? So like I said, I would try to do both at the same time. I would try to form relationships with people, whether that be male or female, form romantic relationships with females, pursuing some type of partner, just getting out my comfort zone and talking to more people in general, especially females, right? And trying to figure out some way to pocket in some more money, bring in some more money, and to make sure that I'm financially set up to take care of myself and my family in the future, right? Now, if I had to lean more towards one and put a little bit more energy into one, obviously I feel like the more logical answer and the more the more susceptible and the more acceptable answer would be to focus on your finances, making more money, and focusing on yourself and making sure that your mental, your physical, your spiritual is all right. All your mental health, physical health, spiritual health is all right, in order and in check. And making sure your finances in check. That way you can not only take care of yourself, but take care of somebody else that may come into your life. Like I said, whether that be through your friends or through a romantic partner or through your family, right? But yeah, like I said, I would probably put more focus, not even probably, I would put more focus and put more forth energy into making more money, and making sure that I'm prioritizing my health and making sure that I'm good before I even worry about going out and trying to talk to more females and make more friends. Not saying that you shouldn't try to do that at all, and this should only be money, money, money on some Mr. Krabs type junk. But you know what I mean? Just trying to have a balance between the two, right? So, like I said, with that being said, when I'm focusing on the money aspect, when I'm focusing on trying to make more money, trying to put forth more energy into finding ways to save and pocket more money, in turn with the free time that I have, right? I will use whatever the free time that I have to try to go out, to try to get out of my comfort zone, and to try to meet new people, right? That's what I would try to do, and that's what I would do to balance the two, and to kind of have harmony between the two, right? Use that free time to do those things, to meet those new people, to talk to those new females, right? To form relationships with new people, to get out of my comfort zone, right? That's what I would do, right? And I would try to find an activity where those two can coincide, right? That could be through school, that could be through work, but you have to be careful with those two. And I might make a video about that later on in the future, right? But I would try to find something where the two could kind of coincide together, one and one, or that kind of coincide closely together, but it may not be, exactly one and one, right? I would try to find something where the two coincide with each other. I would try to manage my time better that way. I could give myself, more available free time to go out and to get out of my comfort zone and form relationships. I would try to time block my day in order to, get the things done that I need to get done first, get it done as quickly as possible, and, kind of in a multitude. Like I said, that way I could create more free time for me to go out to talk to new people and meet new people and form, new relationships, right? And I will use the day offs that I have, pretty much, summing up free time, right? The days where, you may not be working at all, you may not be focusing on the financial part, you may not be delving into that part, and I will use those days to, go out and, like I said, get out my comfort zone and to meet new people, right? Find places and activities that align with your interests, and do that so you can meet other like-minded people that's just like you out there in this world, right? So with that being said, then with all this being said, just know that it's not gonna happen overnight. Just know that it's gonna take time, and just know that it's okay. You know what I mean? It's okay if you're not where you want to be at right now. It's okay for you to not, be where you want to be at. Just take your time and be patient. Pray to God, and just keep faith as much as you possibly can. during these situations, right? And just know that over time, if you put the work in, if you put the energy out forth, into the universe, and you start to put yourself out there, that it can definitely happen. I feel like it could definitely happen, and we definitely gonna get back on track and get back to the lives that we want to live, right? Where we're living life, and enjoying life and not just existing. So with that being said, that's all I wanted to come on here and talk about. Leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. And with that being said, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And I'm out.